Tonight, storms across the region put on quite the show, and for some, the cleanup is just beginning.
Plus, mask mandate. That proposal could soon be on the table for folks in Superior. We're hearing from the mayor.
And finally home. After 70 years, the family of a Wisconsin war veteran will soon be able to lay their loved one to rest.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
A wild weather night across the Northland has ended, and it left us with quite a lot to talk about. Check out this incredible lightning strike caught overnight on camera. This is along Skyline Drive near Enger Tower in Duluth. Tim Maladzniak captured the video on his way to work around 4:30 this morning.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. It wasn't just lightning last night. Tornadoes were spotted around Minnesota, and plenty of rain fell in northwest Wisconsin.
Here is a look at water levels in Drummond, Wisconsin after last night's storm. The water levels there have risen and in some cases have come close to submerging roads there. The area received several inches of rain last night.
And this tornado was spotted just west of Garrison, Minnesota in Crow Wing County last night. Chrissy Spandy captured this video. Authorities say one home was slightly damaged as a result of the tornado. No injuries were reported.
Let's get a look at the weather now with Dave. Thankfully, a calmer day today.
Yeah, we really needed that because it was pretty wild last night. Funnel cloud spotted near Mason, Wisconsin. That whole stretch, the snow belt was the tornado belt last night with a warning that lasted for about a half an hour. Speaking of Drummond, yeah, they got 3.2 inches of rain. And for our main weather, I'll show you some more numbers from last night. But right now I want to show you the temperatures. Last night's storms really fed on the heat and humidity we've had for the past week and used it up. So temperatures are going down. And humidity levels are going down. It's a little more comfortable for some folks. High temps today were in the upper 70s to lower 80s and may stay that way for a couple days as well. Now, let's move on and talk about the situation in the upper Midwest. Well, you see our low-pressure system from yesterday departing, though it could still bring a little light rain to some places in Wisconsin and Michigan tonight. But that high pressure from the Dakotas, that's coming in to clear us up for Friday, perhaps maybe Saturday morning too. Saturday afternoon, that low to the west could bring us a chance for showers. Will that spill into Sunday as well and ruin the whole weekend? I'll talk about that in a few minutes as well, but I will show you the day planner for Friday, which says, thanks to the high pressure, it should be mostly sunny most of the day with a morning start of 59 and a daytime finish of 82. Again, that's cooler than it's been for a while, and we'll talk about how long that while will last with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Superior Mayor Jim Payne says an ordinance requiring people to wear masks within city limits could soon be on the table. This comes as COVID-19 cases continue to rise. CBS 3's Leanne Valdez reports.
Kathleen Majeski has called Superior home for the past 60 years.
That's very scary because that's my hometown.
Majeski says she does her best to stay inside unless she absolutely needs to go out. She's worried she'll keep running into people not wearing masks.
I went in there yesterday and me and maybe 5 other people had masks on and hardly anyone else did.
Majeski says the mask is intended to protect others from getting the virus. Superior Mayor Jim Payne agrees.
Masks prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Which is why his office is working on researching and writing up a mask proposal.
Right now we are examining the other municipalities that have created a similar mandate.
Mayor Payne says this would only be a temporary requirement to meet a large burden.
This is going to make some people uncomfortable and it's going to be inconvenient for a lot of people, but we will accommodate as many people as we can.
The proposal comes on the heels of several COVID-19 cases, prompting several bars in Superior to shut down.
People's lives are on the line, and quite frankly, people's businesses are on the line too.
A city council committee could take up the proposal as early as next week. A similar ordinance is making its way through the Duluth City Council.
New at 6, 13 COVID-19 cases have now been linked to a hockey tournament in Ashland. The tournament was hosted in June. Cases are confirmed in both children and adults, and officials anticipate the number of cases to rise. Multiple businesses in the Ashland area have temporarily closed or suspended operations based on potential staff exposure to COVID-19 during the event. We'll have more from Ashland tonight on the CBS 3 News at 10.
St. Louis County has seen an increase in positive COVID-19 cases over the past few days, and experts say they're not surprised. Just today, the county reached the 200 case mark. On Tuesday, the county saw a record 15 new cases in a single day. Linnea Mersch, the director of public health for St. Louis County, says the biggest reason for the uptick is the availability of testing and the reopening of non-essential businesses.
Minnesota Department of Health continues to broaden the testing protocol, and it's easier and easier for people to access a laboratory test. We are seeing a more widespread sample of people who do have the coronavirus.
She added that the 1/3 of the new cases are people ages 20 to 29, and many of the positive cases are asymptomatic. She says because so many people are asymptomatic that it's important to wear a mask when out.
An Itasca County tax office is closed ahead of the tax filing deadline. Due to COVID-19, the IRS extended the income tax filing deadline to July 15th. However, Tax 8 in Grand Rapids will remain closed for the year. For more details on where you can file your taxes, head to our website.
Unfinished business from a special session in Minnesota could have lawmakers doing double time next week. Governor Tim Walz is set to announce when another special session will be held Friday. The last special session was back in June, and the two parties couldn't come to terms on key topics. This time around, lawmakers will vote on extending Governor Walz's peacetime emergency, which is used to navigate the pandemic. They will also be tasked with passing police reform and a bonding bill. Democratic Senator Eric Simonson says he hopes to reach an agreement to keep improving our state.
But there's about 3 or 4 main topics, one being the bonding bill. There's some talk about the potential of a tax bill still. This police accountability issue is still an issue that remains to be talked about. And we hope that we can tackle all 3 of those and get in and out fairly quickly.
We also reached out to Republican Representative Sandy Lehman, who says she is confident they will pass the $1.6 billion bonding bill, but she's less confident the two parties will agree on the police reform issue.
The U.S. Attorney for Minnesota is forming a task force to help curb a recent surge in gun violence in the Twin Cities. U.S. Attorney Erica McDonald announced the formation of the new Twin Cities Violent Crime Task Force Wednesday. The 30-day operation will deploy state and federal law enforcement across a dozen agencies. The task force is in response to what McDonald calls, quote, an extraordinary spike in violence in the Twin Cities. The Star Tribune reports authorities attributed the surge to decreased public trust after the Memorial Day death of George Floyd and unrest during the coronavirus pandemic.
A gag order has been placed on attorneys in the trial of 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged in the death of George Floyd. The order comes the day after the judge says 2 or more attorneys granted interviews or talked to the news media. The judge said in his order that continuing pretrial publicity in the case would increase the risk of tainting the potential jury pool and, quote, will impair all parties' right to a fair trial.
No word tonight on what sparked a fire damaging at least 8 vehicles in Duluth Lincoln Park.
It happened around 11:15 this morning in an alley in between West Superior Street and West 1st Street on 17th Avenue West. This was the scene from high above Duluth just minutes after the fire started. The billowing smoke could be seen for miles.
On the ground, Duluth police blocked off streets and pushed onlookers back as crews tried to get the fire under control. Firefighters say of the 45 salvage cars parked on the property, 3 small buses, a truck, and a camper were damaged. The city of Duluth says that property has been the source of past complaints from neighbors.
The city does care about solid waste complaints. We take them very seriously. However, there is a process that we have to go through, and we were in the middle of that process, unfortunately, when the incident happened this morning.
No nearby properties were damaged in that fire. The Duluth Fire Marshal's office is investigating.
After 70 years of waiting, a Superior family will soon be reunited with their lost family member. Corporal Francis Rochon's family spent the last 20 years trying to locate his remains. He died while serving in Korea in 1950. With the help of DNA testing, the Defense POW, MIA, Accounting Agency, and other military agencies recently identified Rochon's remains. He'll come home to Wisconsin in the next few weeks.
The realities of war means that everybody doesn't necessarily get to come home the way they want to, but we have a duty and a responsibility to them and to their families.
Corporal Rochon will be buried at the Summit Cemetery, and coming up tonight at 10, we sit down with his family to hear what bringing him home means to them.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, an iconic floating museum is once again open for tours. We'll take you there after the break.
Well, taking a look at the almanac, since midnight, Duluth got almost an inch of rain additional to what came yesterday. That makes July now an inch and a half higher than normal. So we're nibbling away at that rain deficit. Will we do any more of it this weekend? I'll show you the 7-day coming up in just a few more minutes.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, certified nurse midwives Zeta Danaski and Amity Heimbach tell us about Essentia Health's comprehensive midwife program for low-risk pregnancies.
Essentia is now offering a midwifery program. So a patient can see a midwife throughout the pregnancy, and we have a 24/7 call service where the midwife will meet the patient at the bedside and attend the birth.
So typically midwives will spend more time one-on-one with a patient during their labor, giving them suggestions, position changes, different ways to cope with the discomforts of labor, whether it be getting in the tub or massage, as well as the midwives can also provide different medication interventions as well to help them with whatever they want in their labor and delivery.
According to Heimbach, women who use midwives typically have healthier pregnancies and are better equipped for a natural childbirth.
The patient would come in and see a nurse practitioner or a midwife for the first visit and talk about risk factors for the pregnancy, and then decide if you are a midwife candidate or if you should see a doctor for your pregnancy. Women want continuous bedside support in labor, and a lot of women want an unmedicated birth or a more holistic approach to their pregnancy. The unique part of this program is that you can have a full midwifery experience with the backup of an in-house obstetrician, anesthesiologist, and a NICU team.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
This Medical Insight was brought to you by Essentia Health. To learn more about the services we offer, visit essentiahealth.org.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. More truth, more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS 3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
How about we begin with a little bit of optimism? There are so many bright spots and bright lights out there, and we want to show that too.
Oh, it's better when we're together. Hey, Big Bird, hi.
Oh, Anthony, how are you?
I work for CBS. We're doing a story on the economy. Can I ask you a couple questions?
I know it's about race, but I also see that it's about humanity.
And that's the toast to that.
Oh, it's better when we're together.
CBS This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. on CBS.
CBS 3 News is brought to you by Fond du Luth Casino. CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Nicolay Law Office. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
I know I showed these at 5, but they're pretty impressive rain totals, so we'll show them again. Just in case you forgot, Lake Nebagamon, 4.5 plus a 1/10 inch, 4.6. Drummond, 3.2, 2.5 for the Twin Ports, and Ashland, a little less than that for Ulu and Moose Lake, 2.3 inches. Cloquet, in the race, 2.2 inches, and Two Harbors, 1.5 inches. That rain for the North Shore last night held off until fairly late, and then came a call on late running for dinner. Well, not dinner really, yeah, but it is putting away the rain problem, the shortage we've had around here, at least a little bit. We'll still need some more, but we can take a couple days break now before we really have to crave it, and that's exactly what we're going to get. Sunshine for Friday, and then another round of rain coming around Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. And we'll talk about if that spills into Sunday coming up in just a little bit, but we'll spill things over towards the current conditions at the airport in Duluth, where it's holding steady at 79 degrees. Still warmer than normal. Normal's about 76, but it's not as warmer than normal as it has been the past couple of days. So temperatures and dew points will be coming down, and it should become a bit more tolerable for a lot of folks, at least through the weekend. Relative humidity 66%. The wind is southerly southwesterly going 11 miles per hour. And temperature-wise, now we're looking at 79 in Watersmeet and 77 in Ironwood and 76 to 79 from Hayward to Ashland. Then zooming on 2 over towards Superior, 80 degrees there, down 53 towards Solon Springs, 77, 79 right now in Moose Lake, and probably Willow River as well, 81 Silver Bay, 79 for the Vermilion Range from Ely towards Sedan, then 77 Hibbing, 78 Grand Rapids, 75 International Falls. A bit of a break from the heat wave that we had just a few days ago. Some towns in the 90s then, now 70s and lower 80s more likely for much of the week ahead. Doppler map shows higher pressure slowly trying to infiltrate from the northwest, slowly chasing the clouds away here in Minnesota. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, well, there's still a bit of action from yesterday's low. That means you have a 30% chance for some showers still popping up here and there through about 9 o'clock tonight, especially towards Gogebic County and Iron County, maybe Ashland as well. But then that fades away as we get into tomorrow, and the high pressure system takes over the upper Midwest, making it dry and sunny for Friday and probably Saturday morning as well. But Saturday afternoon, there's only semi-organized trough of low pressure coming our way. That means Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, 30% chance for some rain showers. They go away as early as Sunday. Sunday should come up sunny and mild with high temps near 80. All right, let's get a look at the forecast tonight in Minnesota. Low temps will be in the 50s for most places, but a hair warmer right by the lake. Partly cloudy sky, west wind 5 to 10. Wisconsin, Michigan, southwest wind 5 to 10, mostly cloudy sky. Low temps upper 50s to about 60. So for tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan, very nice July weather, mostly sunny and 80 to 84. And in Minnesota, 70s by the lake with lower 80s inland, mostly sunny sky, and a northwest wind 5 to 15. Saturday, there you go in the afternoon, evening, your 30% shot at some showers, isolated thunderstorms, giving way to upper 70s. Sunday with a partly cloudy sky, mostly sunny. Monday, 79 degrees, and then riding pretty close to 80 the rest of the week. Our next rain chance is a pretty decent one on Tuesday. Tony, a little bit too early right now to talk about if that's going to be as nasty as last night or just a benign rain event. Just keep it on your calendar that we could go through it again then.
Yeah. Now that we've offset that rain deficit just a little bit, I can look at sunshine and be happy about it without feeling guilty. You know?
Exactly, and hopefully we can have some campfires without quite as many restrictions.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. For the first time in 3 years, the William A. Irvin is opening to the public again this weekend.
The 610-foot vessel was towed from the Minnesota Slip to Fraser Shipyards in Superior in 2018 to allow work to be done on the seawall, as well as remediation of sediment in the slip. The 83-year-old ore freighter was dry docked in 2019 for extensive hull restoration. She finally made her slow entrance back to her Duluth home in October of 2019.
CBS3's Natalie Grant spoke to staff members today about the long-awaited reopening. Natalie, how are they preparing to welcome people back on board?
Well, Kristen and Tony, the doors are back open here in the Minnesota Slip as the iconic William A. Irvin is starting to offer tours once again. Now, the ship was transported over to Fraser Shipyard for two years ago to undergo renovations. She made her return in late 2019, only to have their original opening day delayed due to the pandemic. Now, since then, staff have made necessary adjustments to their tours in order to ensure enjoying the historic boat is safe for everyone. Guests will need to wear a mask and gloves before entering the boat. They will also be making adjustments to tour groups by limiting sizes and changing routes to limit the amount of contact people are having with one another. Now, the Irvin manager, Steve Reikola, says that they are just excited to get back to business.
It's become an icon to Duluth's waterfront, the Irvin has been. You know, it's sailed for 40 years around the Great Lakes. It's been in this area here as an icon for 35 years. People missed it. There's been people all over calling everyone on the street wanting the Irvin back. We're excited. I believe everyone's excited.
The Irvin will be open for tours starting tomorrow, and they will be holding them every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until September. You can purchase your tickets at the ticket booth right next to the boat. Now, we did also get some sad news today that the haunted ship that usually happens in the fall just around Halloween time will not be operating this year due to those health and safety concerns. However, the Irvin reps do say that they are planning for a 2021 season, and they are excited to get that going.
Yeah, kind of a bummer with the haunted ship, but nice to hear that the tours will be back on. Thanks, Natalie.
Coming up in sports, some big news from the Big Ten Conference regarding fall athletics. Kelly's in with sports next.
Get your new John Deere mower from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
This Saturday only at Home Furniture, it's Super Saturday. Take up to an extra 10% off sale prices or choose no interest financing for 6 years. Plus, get free no-contact shipping when you spend $4.99. Shop in the store or online. Super Saturday, only at Home Furniture.
At UCare, we've been decomplicating Medicare plans in Minnesota for a long time. In fact, we've been offering Medicare Advantage plans longer than anyone else. Our Medicare Advantage plans are affordable, and 96% of Minnesota providers accept UCare. So if your provider practices at any of these clinics or hospitals, you can likely keep them. To learn the basics and see how UCare Medicare Advantage plans compare to others, visit ucare.org/TV.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
Makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing? Or
it absolutely could be a daily thing. But the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions. You have events you want to go to. You want to look years younger. This is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Home Furniture presents Stickley during our 4th of July sale. For a limited time, enjoy 35% savings on the stunningly crafted history from Stickley Furniture during the Stickley 4th of July sale, only at Home Furniture.
Some more big but precautionary measures being taken towards fall college sports. So far, it is being reported that the Big Ten, the ACC, and the Pac-12 have announced that they will only play conference opponents this upcoming fall due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This includes both Minnesota and Wisconsin football for the Big Ten. Details on each individual sports will be announced at a later date. In addition, the conference announced that summer athletic activities will continue to be voluntary in all sports currently permitted to engage in such activities. It was back in April of this year that the College of St. Scholastica men's head hockey coach Tim Madsen will be stepping down from his position. Today, the Saints announced who will fill that role on the bench. Kevin Moore becomes the 11th head hockey coach in Saints history. Moore spent the last 2 seasons as an assistant at Adrian College, where the team captured the NCHA regular season and tournament championships before having the season cut short due to COVID. Moore also played in goal for UMass Amherst, graduating in 2012. With summer baseball leagues canceled due to the ongoing pandemic, it left kids without a chance to play. That was until John Edwards of Diamond Jacks Baseball decided that the time was right to host his annual camp. CBS3's Neil Viersba has the story.
John Edwards eats, sleeps, and breathes baseball. 10 months out of the year, he calls Jacksonville, Florida home. But when it shifts to the summer months, Edwards heads to Minnesota.
When I got here, it just felt like home. It was really exciting.
Edwards, who is head coach of the Duluth Diamond Jacks travel baseball team, spent this week hosting his 2nd annual baseball camp. But there were some concerns if the camp should be held or not.
It really didn't like it was going to happen. And then, we said, hey, we're going for it. I said, are you good? I said, I'm good. And everybody's been real respectful. I think it's taught us a lot of character through this.
The camp focuses on the 3 basic fundamentals of baseball: hitting, pitching, and fielding, which has drawn rave reviews from his campers.
I really like how he's trying to teach us fielding and hitting better, and he's teaching us all the mechanics of the game. It's not just hit like this, do this. He's teaching us how to do it better.
And some campers are just overjoyed that they get to set foot on the diamond.
It's really fun because baseball is my favorite sport, so it's basically it's basically a dream to come here for 4 hours a day for 4 days a week.
The joy of his players is one of the many benefits that keeps Edwards coming back.
I enjoy just the fire in the boys' eyes. I had it when I played. The boys come here and they're just ready. Sometimes I get hard on them, but I want to tell them at the end of the day I love them, and I want them to succeed. And my coaches were always pretty hard on me, but that's because they were trying to get the best out of me. And so the boys really enjoy it. They probably do as much for me as I do for them.
Edwards added that he is planning on having another camp later in the summer. And for more information, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Kristen and Tony, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Scientists may have discovered a new dinosaur species that roamed in the Arctic some 70 million years ago.
The creature may have looked like this based on a fossilized jawbone found in northern Alaska. It suggests the creature was a baby belonging to a family tree that also includes the better-known velociraptors. The baby dinosaur would have been about the size of a puppy, but fully grown members of his family could have been as tall as 9 feet. Scientists say they still need a more complete skeleton to confirm they have a new species.
Very interesting.
That sounds like Tony's family.
9 feet tall.
9 feet tall, yeah.
About 3 feet shorter than that, but yeah.
All right, Dave, let's get a final look at the weather here.
All right, let's fire up that 7-day forecast, and it shows higher pressure settling in slowly around our region tonight. Should set us up, though, for a mostly sunny Friday with a high temp near 82 degrees. We'll dip a little bit temperature-wise for the weekend into the upper 70s for a lot of places. And Saturday afternoon could feature a little bit of shower activity. Sunday should be partly cloudy. Straight up sunny on Monday, and then rain returns by Tuesday.
All right, we'll see you at 10.
CBS